Welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Emily. I've got my mask on. I got my glove. You're supposed to wear two gloves, but I got a glove. Either way, you don't need both hands, just need one. Jacksonville, Florida recently opened their beaches. Now over 1,000 people have the COVID-19 virus. Here's my warning. If anybody is running for a political office and they're from Florida, just say no, because they're the first ones to go. All right. Are you all in? Well, COVID-19 charities. Are you all in to make a donation? Think about it. Where is your money going? You should really heavily research. Just because a Rock Nation charity says they're going to give money to Brooklyn doesn't mean that the charities that are helping are giving money to Brooklyn. Don't be that fool. P. Diddy had a fundraiser. It was a dance-a-thon. And he did well, shaking his tail feather. You know, he did his thing. But he's asking money from people. Many have filed unemployment. So what money are they giving you? Their stimulus checks? So he had Drea doing a little booty shaking. He had Lizzo, who all of a sudden decided to do her own twerking thing. And the next thing you know, he cut her off. Was he fat shaming Lizzo? No, people, he wasn't fat shaming Lizzo. Yes, people, he was fat shaming her. Because that wasn't his ideal chick. You have to pay attention to people and their body language, okay? Because they tell you a lot. He was damn near drooling over Drea with his sons in the back. And then he saw Lizzo and she was just too big for the show. Okay, no problem. Go back to what we're really talking about. Don't be distracted. Diddy hosted a dance-a-thon. He asked money from people who have no money. But they raised like, what, $3 million? Now, here's the thing. Diddy, I say this with love. You could have, since you're a millionaire, billionaire, you could have put in $1 million and then had your 8-hour dance-a-thon with your celebrity friends and had them match you. And then you probably would have raised billions of dollars. That's just an idea. Stop asking broke people for money. And broke people, stop giving away something you ain't got. Welcome to Butterfly Blackout. Let's get started. And I'm going to get started by taking this off. Whew. Oh, God, I can't breathe. I don't know how y'all do it. Ooh. Anyways. Oh, that's better. Now that we're back to normal. The real normal. Because this isn't going to be our normal for much longer. But it is what it is for now. So I suggest people stop complaining and just wear a mask and keep it moving. If you're supposed to stay home, stay home. Hey, listen, not my fault that you shacked up with somebody you ain't had no business being shacked up with. You probably should have chosen the side chick over the wife. I'm just saying. Other than that, if you don't like your kids, you shouldn't have had them. Anyway, so we're going to move on. So, I'm so excited about this part. There's a documentary called Out of Shadows, okay, where it reveals all things that we already knew, but it just puts it all into perspective. So basically, this documentary exposes Hollywood. And basically, this documentary tells us that we are all controlled by the media. Well, duh. Have you ever noticed how on every channel, especially the news channels, they do the weather at the same time, they do the traffic at the same time, they all run by the same scripts? Well, they're all controlled by the big six. And one of those big sixers is Disney, who controls just about almost everything, right? And we're just being fed the information they want us to know. That's how we are easily manipulated. But I want you to know that right here at Truth Vibe TV, ain't nobody controlling us. We are black-owned. You can't control us black people because we ain't slaves no more. We woke. So I want y'all to understand. So if you need to get your information, come over here, www.truthvibetv.com. Check out our other shows and really soak in what we have to offer. Just a tidbit. Don't buy into ABC. CNN, which is the worst. Fox, take a pick. I don't know. CNN is the biggest one. Didn't Chris Cuomo come down with COVID-19?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, but, I was doing some research because I'm thinking to myself, sir, you may be a hot Italian guy, but, sir, you have a family and you have a responsibility. Now, with all this going on, how did you end up catching COVID-19? But then I understand you got a lawsuit pending. Or an assault charge, something like that, where you got into an altercation with a bicycler because he was trying to figure out while you and your wife out there in the Hamptons, while y'all was out here chilling, talking to neighbors when you were supposed to be in the basement. And he was asking you questions, right? Now all of a sudden your wife's sick. Y'all go ahead and listen to CNN if you want to. And y'all can sit here and think that between Chris and Andrew and their little back and forth that is cute and it's brotherly love, nobody here has time for all that, okay? Because the news is the news. What they want you to know and what they don't want you to know. See, we're all sitting here being paranoid. Why are we all paranoid? Because the numbers, it's a numbers game. If we tell you and keep telling you all the people that have died, it's going to make you even more scared. By the time things get to semi-normal, we can all go out and play with friends. We're going to have to play at a distance. Like the ever undisputed champion of the world, Jeff over here. We're at a distance. We can never be close again because I want his germs and he doesn't want my germs, right? Because people keep dying every single day. And everybody is dying of COVID-19. Are they? I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people on hospice. They haven't died? How long does it take before you die from being on hospice? I mean, isn't that your last go round? Mm-hmm. But if they die in a hospital with COVID-19 patients, are you counting them as having COVID-19? I'm just asking for a friend. I don't know, because, the numbers, they kind of fudge that. But, hey, what do we know? We're just going by what the media tells us. Then everybody keeps asking, well, how many people have recovered? Notice how they don't want to let you know that, though. But every single day, we have 3,000 new cases. Now, do we really have 3,000 new cases? Every day we got 3,000 new cases? Does that make sense to y'all? But you let the media tell you what you want to believe. Namaste. So back to Outer Shadows. That's kind of what the whole documentary was about. The media and Hollywood. And how Hollywood basically, I want to say, are devil worshippers. That's the truth. Because you wonder how some people get famous and how some people don't get famous. And then you wonder, what's up with Hove and all these signs? And what's up with the people and the covering of the one eye? And all these other symbolic, satanic measures that we see. What is really going on? And when are we all going to wake up? We sit here and we worship these people. We make them our idols, but we haven't realized that they're false idols. They're not really idols. We get excited when we see Jay-Z. We get excited when we see Beyonce. By the way, where are they? Has anybody seen them? Oh, that's right. ABC on Thursday had a sing-along family night with Disney. Beyonce made an appearance. But strategically enough, it was just her and a phone. And she kept it like this. We really couldn't see what was in the back. So either Beyonce's home or she could be someplace else. Who knows? Nobody's seen her. But yet, when we don't see her and then she'll post something, we all get excited. Why is that? I mean, does she know your name? What's that song? Where everybody knows your name.
Yes.
Does she know your name? Because she don't know my name. But yet, every time she's out in concert, I rush to buy a ticket. And I rush to go see. But I rush to see what? It's the same performances I've seen already. So I'm thinking, wait a minute. I spent $300 on a ticket to see you do the same songs that you've been doing. So what am I doing? Why am I idolizing you? What is it about you that makes me want to be in your presence? I'll never be in your presence because you're at a distance. But that's the trick. That's the trick. Then again, You got to ask yourself, Kelly is quite talented, but why is she not that Beyonce level talented? Then you got to ask yourself this. You have Jay-Z in a video. The song was Picasso?
Yes.
In a video with the song titled Picasso, grabbing the head of a woman who worships Satan. They're satanics. I don't know if that's the right term.
Satanic.
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 Okay. Mm-hmm. But your wife is Christian. I'm trying to figure out how that works. But then again, I know a lady who's Episcopalian, but her husband is an atheist. So I guess love finds a way. Maybe. But these are the people that we follow. But then the documentary also goes into Pizzagate. Now, I don't know. Do you remember Pizzagate?
Vaguely.
So, Pizzagate was a child pornography ring, basically. Okay? And they used the pizza symbols as their code. Interesting, right?
That's wild.
That is wild. But this still continues. You hear rumblings every single day about undercover ground operations. But to people like you, people like me, we don't understand because we're not a part of that lifestyle. So we can't figure out how all this comes together. But then you hear child actors go back and forth talking about, well, I was molested, I was this, and I was that. And then we think that they're crazy because they're out of control. Look at Kanye. Everybody thinks that Kanye is crazy because he's out of control. Is he really crazy because he's out of control? Or did he wake up? Think about it. Is he crazy because he's out of control? Or is he crazy because he's no longer in control? Whatever you had on him was broken. And he woke up. So now he don't do what you want him to do. You can't control him. So now what do you have? You have a man who you all make to look crazy. Again, but is he really crazy? Jeff, do you think he's crazy?
Kanye? I don't know. I thought he was crazy. You know what? I don't know. He got some craziness issues there.
But what makes him crazy? See, you're saying, you and I are saying that he's crazy, but he might not be crazy. Maybe we're the crazy ones because at one point he seemed sane. Now all of a sudden he's out here and he decides, I'm going to worship God.
But did he ever?
But now we're all making fun of him because he turned his life around. No. Because he said, I'm no longer doing secular music. He says, I'm doing this.
That's a lie.
Yeah,
But is he crazy because he wants to do something different?
He's not crazy. What we have to understand is the church is $1 trillion business. It's a business. All right? This is a guy who at one point looked at things different when his pockets were different. And the more money he made, the more he changed. And it's not just him, it's everybody in a whole. I tell people all the time, you can't tell someone that they're going to go back to being broke. They'll do anything and everything in their power not to go back to that less financed situation. So he's protecting his finances.
Finding God is not crazy. If he found God, truly, I hope so. And if whatever music he wants to make, I don't care. I don't care for his music. I cared for his beats. That's what we loved him for.
Agreed.
You could worship the devil and make good beats. You could find God and make good beats. Whatever you need to do. I think he's crazy because when he came out and he was like, he wasn't acting sane. If you want to go sane and insane. When he yelled, George Bush doesn't like black people.
I remember that.
Man, we all remember that, right? Could be a true statement.
It was.
Still, but the motion is like, okay, this guy can't compose himself in the right way.
Now, in President George Bush's defense, when he was on Oprah, he said that statement hurt him because that wasn't true. Because remember, during Katrina, he was in his Air Force One. He flew over, but he explained it as, in order for the president, which is true, in order for the president to be involved on a state level, the governors have to ask for help.
Okay,
Right.
Hold on. I'm sorry. And I have to interrupt because I have a lot of family in Louisiana. George Bush never got off the fucking plane.
Right. He said that.
Landed and rushed the mayor of Louisiana from taking a fucking shower because he wanted to have some kind of FaceTime with someone who was on the ground. It took America to get proper supplies to somewhere in America. It took them days to get water to Louisiana. Days to get food, proper care to Louisiana, which is a part of the United States. And then they allowed the Red Cross to rob the Katrina people from Louisiana. So I can't have him talking about, okay, well, I helped. You didn't help. You landed in Louisiana. You talked to the mayor, and then your fucking jet took off.
What about the governor?
Who?
The governor.
Exactly. Who?
Exactly. That's your problem right there. It's your governor.
All right, if you understand the governor of the state, but you are the president of the United States. If the governor's not doing his job, you're not doing what Bush is doing. I mean, Trump is doing now. Y'all say if y'all want to let people do this and do this now, and I'm going to let the blame fall on y'all because I'm tired of getting beat with this fucking stick right now. As the leader of the United States, that governor's not doing his job. It's your job to step in. It should not take you days to get proper care to something that's already a part of the United States. He didn't take that long to Texas where his brother's at. You saw how quick he got involved when his brother, Texas, got hit with that shit? He was there in 2 seconds with water, food, and other supplies. But Texas is predominantly white. Louisiana is predominantly black.
Well, that's a good argument. That's a good argument right there. But also, it's very important to know who you're voting for. I mean, if you have a governor who's not doing what he's supposed to do, then the people need to rise up. You look towards your mayors. Mayors get together collectively and kick his behind. What is the problem? You don't reelect the same people that don't do anything. Pay attention. Have a report card. We'll get into that later. But either way, in this documentary, they also talked about Epstein. And I had a revelation. Now, Epstein is the one who has his own island. He's like, is he a billionaire?
He was.
He is a billionaire. I'm not going to say he was.
Well,
he is a billionaire. And he has young ladies on his island. Many celebrities, many important people have flown to this island multiple times. It doesn't take a wise person to know what was going on. But where's the proof? Well, Epstein was your proof, but then all of a sudden, Epstein died. He committed suicide.
Wink, wink.
But the body wasn't found. Then I had a revelation because I was talking about body language, right? So I'd be looking at Trump. And I'm thinking to myself, his demeanor. I feel like he got himself an ace someplace. You know what I mean? Like he's got something in his back pocket. And I'm like, what is in his back pocket?
Okay.
And then I'm like, well, Epstein hasn't been buried yet. Who's to say Epstein is even dead? We know that the government knows how to make people disappear. So what is the best way to make a deal and get more than what I bargained for? So here, Epstein, the big hot ticket. But then Epstein could say, you can take me because why am I going down and other people was profiting off of my stuff? Heck no. If I go down, I'm taking everybody with me. But I'm going to make a deal. All right, so what's the deal? You want me. That's fine. But in exchange, me, immunity, whatever, I will give you this. Give me something, a ribeye, steak, whatever. I'll give you the most expensive meal you want. And somebody said, hold up. Would I rather have Epstein or would I rather have the whole kit and caboodle? I'm going to go with the whole chunk. If that means I get to take down a monopoly of folks, I might as well take down the whole kit and caboodle. So here's my theory.
Okay.
Epstein is alive and well, chilling someplace. Because what they're about to do, because if you've noticed, I've heard a lot of rumblings about undercover operations going on with this child pornography, child abduction thing. So I'm thinking they get ready to come down on a lot of people So Hollywood should be a little shook right now because the fact that Epstein hasn't been buried yet says to me that he's holding out, and they're holding out because they're about to round all of you and expose everyone. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year is going down. So Epstein is still alive.
That's your theory.
Yeah, that's my theory. And I don't have the coronavirus because I keep clearing my throat. I do have allergies. Don't be discriminating against us. Allergies.
You see how she said something without us saying that, right?
Yeah,
Nah,
right.
it's allergies.
There's always the people with allergies saying that.
You know what? So here's what I want to add to it. I can see where you want to go. We fake your death, and you feed us information to get everybody else.
So when a trial comes, then
No
the
trial.
surprise
You can't
witness-
use him. You can't use him. He's
Why
dead.
not?
Because he's dead.
He's not dead. He gonna pop up and be like, "Oh,
Hold on.
here's our witness."
Hold
Then
on.
here comes Epstein, and
Here's
everybody's
the-
shook.
Here's how the law works. If you legally fake your death, and let's say you fake your death, and legally they declare you dead,
Well, I think she's saying the
you
government
cannot
did
come
it.
back. It doesn't matter. Unless they're gonna write a brand new rule, and Congress and the House, all of them going to pass this shit.
The CIA is the most crooked organization.
You're not worried
out
about that,
there.
but the law is, so if you take them into a court of law, now it's not like we're going to go get them dudes and shoot them. I'm with you. If you take them in a court of law and you say, hey, that's Jeff Shears, and Jeff Shears is my surprise witness, and then they come up and say, we got a death certificate from 1982 where this nigga Jeff Shears dying with a photo that we're going to claim to be him. That person doesn't exist, and your whole case, if it's riding on Jeff, is no longer able to ride. If
we saw the
they did
death
the fake
certificate, we validate that.
I'm just saying they have one because they put it in there, and I'll guarantee you they'll make one. But I'll go with your theory. If
He's
they keep
alive.
him alive, and then they have him feed him stuff. But the thing is, he knew stuff about everybody: the president, the president's crew, the other people on the staff,
the Clintons,
everybody who was important was fucking with him. So
and they were having sex with them girls.
the royal family, everything. You got to kill him. And it's not even like, yo, the royal family, I want to kill him. It's like, hey, who gonna do the deed? I got 5 on it. What you got on it, 10? It's for everybody's best interest for him to go away.
They called Jason Bourne.
Yeah, it's for him. It's for best interest for him to truly be dead, not cut a deal.
Okay.
Now, that don't mean somebody didn't try to pick his brain. I think somebody picked his brain, and then they killed him. So they was like, hey, man, you need to tell us this.
He's alive, y'all. He's alive.
I mean, that's see, what a lot of people have to understand is, first of all, the man had a family.
Yes.
All right. So at the end of the day, what a lot of people do because they know, all right, if someone approached you, be like, listen, because other than Jeff, but you are involved in a child's life. If someone came to you and said, you're gonna die, but I will make sure that your family is secure. Whatever bonds and secure offshore accounts we need to have set up, we will set up.
Well, that was done. Remember?
Right. So
his
I'm
whole
saying
trust
is-
and everything.
Right. So all these things are set up. He could be alive. He could be. But at the end of the day, if I'm going to rat everybody else out, and it's nothing I can do to save myself. At the end of the day, I'm going to save my family. And this is where all the offshore accounts and what do you call those? What do you call those things that kids be having to the certain ages?
Trust.
Oh, trust funds.
Trust funds and situations like that are set up.
Mhm.
So from a parent, you'd be like, all right, as long as my kid taken care of and you can show me proof of all this stuff, I'm good. I could go out. I know I could go out of this world knowing my kids are taken care of.
And ain't nobody harasses kids? The wife? Nobody?
Nah.
You don't find that suspicious? You
Why
had a
would
man
you?
who had a whole island who's playing with little girls,
You let
and then nobody
you let
bothers the
sleeping-
family?
You let
They
sleeping
been doing that
dogs
shit for
lie.
years.
If she knew that shit, she gotta go too.
I like how you
Well, that's just like-
I
But
love
that's
how
it.
you
She
think.
gotta go too.
Yes, you said she got to go.
That's just like-
Kill the baby. Kill the baby.
That's just
it.
like Camille.
It's
Her
all
ass
got
need
to
to
go.
be in a cell right next to her fucking husband.
Yeah, she knew about some of
Camille
that.
was giving them pills out too.
You laugh, but it's true. The more you know, plausible deniability.
You want something to drink?
I got some tang.
He said, "Dang, that shit was sweet as a motherfucker." Shit.
How much sugar you putting there?
You ain't putting no sugar, just the powder and salt.
Yeah, that was
Like,
sweet.
holy
That was
shit.
sweet. Okay, so along with Epstein and the devil, I think this Out of Shadows documentary, you have to actually watch it. It was narrated by Mike Smith, who used to be a stuntman, and now he's a director. And at first I don't want to call him an atheist. He just didn't believe in God and stuff like that. But then he had a come to Jesus moment, and that's when his eyes started to open. He started noticing things, and that's where
Somebody offered him money, but go ahead.
Okay.
That's how that opened my eyes open to Jesus.
Yeah. So I would check it out, but know that there's a little slant to it. But here's the thing. Are we controlled by the media? Absolutely.
Yes.
Duh, they control everything
Yes.
we watch, especially if Disney owns 15 channels, right? This is just an example. They own 15 channels. They control all those 15 channels, regardless if it's Disney, Disney Plus, if it's Netflix, if it's HN, whatever. It's controlled by one organization, so they control what you watch. That's why they tell you to stop watching TV. Turn it off. Do something else. Get away. People are depressed. Why? Because you pay attention to CNN. CNN is the same view told to you 24/7. Nobody has a different response. You have Chris, who's just extra. But then again, why bite the hand that feeds you? Because Chris was talking about how he was tired of CNN because I guess he wants to go off
I was
on
just about
his
to say the
people,
same thing.
that his critics. I ain't got time for you like that. Listen, you had a good, sweet gig. Now you feel like you too big. Listen.
So you don't believe him?
Huh?
You don't believe him?
Believe him about
Chris, what he said. Like, he's tired of CNN.
Yeah, I believe him. I think that here's the thing. I think he in his head got big.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, mind you, primetime only came on at 9 o'clock, and then if he was off, whatever. They played an extra hour of somebody else's show. Doesn't matter. But here's the thing. You got your own show. You left Good Day or New Day.
Yeah, whatever it was, yeah.
To have your own show prime time, which I thought was silly because, again, like I said, CNN is the same opinion, like from 7 to 12. It's the same opinion, just different hosts.
Right.
So you have this sweet gig where you basically can come and go as you please, and you make all this money. You live up in the Hamptons, having this beautiful life. But now that you have more notoriety, more people are paying attention to you, you go back and forth with your brother, now you all big and stuff like that, all of a sudden you came down with the coronavirus.
Now his wife has it.
Now your wife has it. Yeah, now you sick of CNN? Oh, you sick of CNN?
You didn't see that coming, though?
You
I mean,
sick
look
of
at the
CNN?
Cuomo family for years, though.
Hey, but
CNN that
that's
write
the
your
catch.
check, son?
That's the
Oh,
catch.
so you must not know. All right, we'll see how this one plays out. Listen, everybody got a master, I guess, except for us. But then again, we kind of do, right? Truth. Who the master?
Jump, nigga, jump. Jump, nigga, jump.
I'm
Okay.
saying we should have saw that coming because of the Cuomo family.
I was about to say,
The
that's
Cuomo
like
family's
their thing.
always been that in between or leaning more towards, I don't know if you want to say the Democratic, but their father was a fair person.
Okay.
The governor we have now is fair, and then you
Sure.
have the brother fair. So,
Sure.
I mean, if you look at, I just think the younger brother was all right, I'm going to get in, I'm going to make a name for myself, and then eventually I'm going to fucking run too.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of niggas didn't fuck with Cuomo, right?
Nah.
Like the
Because he
governor,
was so-
I was about to say, he was Democrat.
He
shit,
wasn't one of those kiss-ass
Yeah, I'm like,
type
you
individuals
are
because
not
the
a
family
fan.
always had money. So it wasn't
Yeah.
like they were broke. They didn't need you to butter that
Damn
fucking
shame.
bread.
All right, so to round this segment out with the Shadows documentary, Orlando Brown, former child star, African-American man who
And why you gotta say you're black? Damn.
just the people, because it's easy to confuse it with Orlando Bloom.
Right.
Right, so I want to
Really?
make sure that everybody understands
Well, I
who
mean,
we're
you
talking
hear
about.
Orlando, that's the first thing you think of.
And he's been on Family Matters. He played in the later seasons, he played the little boy that they adopted. And then That's So Raven. And then he's been in the news for being, drunk, wild, outspoken, all that other stuff. Well, he went off. People are saying that he's been crazy.
Yes.
But he made accusations against Will Smith, saying Will Smith touched him. Listen, there are a lot of people coming out saying that people touched them. Corey Feldman.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Corey Haim.
They killed him quick.
Corey Feldman
Killed him
came out with
quick.
his documentary, basically alluding to what's his name from Three.
From 3.
The one that's HIV positive.
Oh, Charlie Sheen.
Charlie
He said
Sheen.
Charlie Sheen touched
He
him.
alleged that Charlie Sheen is the one that touched him. I'm not sitting here disputing anything. I'm not disputing that Will Smith touched the boy. I'm not disputing anything because we don't know. Because regular people like you and me, we don't know. But we do know that they have parties. We do know that when you're at these parties, they offer you Coke. They offer you Coke laced with whatever. We do know that at a lot of parties,
Pedophiles.
they exist. At a lot of parties, in my cup, it ain't red wine I'm drinking. It's called blood. Diddy had a birthday party, for crying out loud. A 50th birthday party in December. When is his birthday?
No idea.
I have no idea.
It ain't in December. Pay attention. People sit here celebrating. Pay attention to the deaths and Diddy's career. We get Tupac out the way. We get Biggie out the way. Every death has an elevation.
Well, Biggie was the big one because it set him off. Remember, he just recently gave off Biggie's catalog to the family when he couldn't remix that his music anymore. But for the long part,
Recently?
last couple of years, he recently turned his publishing over to his mother.
Yeah.
But for 10, 15 years, he held it
What you
Tight.
holding it for?
because it was worth
Money.
millions of dollars.
So why wouldn't you, to support his mother and family, just hand that over? That's your best friend.
Yeah, right. You gotta remember, Biggie got signed for 12
Every
grand.
step I take. Ain't that your best friend? You was crying and doing that same Diddy dance? I mean, isn't that what it was? I'm thinking if Biggie was my friend, I'm going to do right by that family. And I'm going to make sure they good. And I'm going to give, if it's a lot of money, it goes to your mama. I'm going to take care of them. But no, you hold it on, and because you can't do nothing with it, you giving it over?
He's worth $750 million.
Oh,
That's how much money Puffy's worth.
okay.
But you also gotta remember, Biggie was leaving Bad Boy. Biggie already
Was
started.
you mad?
He already started a record label with Undies.
Was you
Little-
mad, Diddy?
Little Kim's first album isn't under Bad Boy. It's under Big Undies.
Oh. Well, wait. It gets interesting now, Diddy. We paying attention to you, boy.
But
So, like we said, the deaths come and there's elevation. You over here on the cover of Essence with your daughters. You over here crying over Kim Porter. What you crying for, my dude? I mean, you got maids and stuff like that and servants, so you're not really taking care of them like that. I mean, she was the one taking care of your daughters. So, again, what you crying for? Because she's dead. I find it still suspect, but it is what it is.
I mean, it's
So-
tough hiring a maid. You just don't know, man. The rigorous.
She's gone now. And then all of a sudden, after a year, now there's another party in your honor because you have elevated. Are we not paying attention to this? There's elevation and more sacrifices and child sacrifices and more blood drinking. But hey, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm just letting y'all know the stuff that we see when our eyes are open and we no longer follow people like Diddy, Jay-Z, and Beyonce, and we stay woke. Stop idolizing celebrities. These are the same ones that are going to tell you to donate to their charities that have nothing to do with giving anything to where they're supposed to go. Okay? Diddy, a millionaire, is asking people who are filing unemployment
$740 million.
$750 million.
He's asking you for money.
And he's asking you, the one that had to file for unemployment, the one who was already living check to check, to donate to his dance-a-thon to help the first, what was it? The healthcare workers?
First responders.
First responders.
They ain't gonna see nothing.
Wow. Okay, so y'all want to sit here on Instagram for 8 hours and watch Diddy do the same dance with his tired look, knowing that you got people coming to your house, so you really could have made yourself look good, but you didn't want to give that up. Then you over here, oh, he's with J-Lo. J-Lo, I'm Diddy. I put in $1 million. When I call you and you chime in, J-Lo could have put $1 million. Her boo, her fiance could have put in $1 million. Okay? That's how that goes. And it was just for everybody to see. Then tell us where the money goes. But to the healthcare first responders, I'm thinking to myself, well, there's a lot of needs, but I think that the government's got that covered. Maybe y'all might want to take your money and put it to where it really could go. Like, I don't know, there's one celebrity who went back to his hometown, and I'm not going to mention no names because he ain't about that, but he took care of his people, and he got the elderly's homes cleaned and sanitized. That's what he did. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to help your people. You're supposed to, hey, I got to do what I got to do. I'm not from California, but there's a lot of celebrities in California. I think y'all got this. I'm going to take my black self and go back home and help my folks over in New York, you know, and make sure they okay. I got money, we good. Anything I give to charity, it's a tax write-off. I ain't hurting, but I got to make sure they good. That's what you do. Not sit here and drool over Drea and her booty shaking ways because she corny as hell. Okay? But you over here, your dick getting hard for 2 seconds, pardon my French. But that was kind of suspect too. And you got your sons right there.
You take that shit personal? Damn. I mean, can Drea shake?
Because you said it was a family show. Boom!
That was family.
That's it.
That's how families are made. From that shit.
No, I got mad because he's asking people
For the donation.
who lost their jobs, their way of living, who were relying on a stimulus check. And here's the problem with the church, bastards. How dare you?
You going
How
all in.
dare
She missed
you?
a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Ass.
Look at her.
People to donate their stimulus checks. So what are you saying? The only way to get a blessing from God is if I give you my $1,200 check?
Oh, you got that
You better
check?
go sit down someplace. Because while we all sitting down, guess what? You better believe God is exposing you frauds. He ain't say all that. He did not say, hand me your $1,200. For some people, that $1,200 was a blessing. Go ahead. I'm out. Go ahead.
The text only said pay your tithes. I saw that shit too. Hey, everybody. I know y'all got hit with the
What we've been
stimulus
talking
check.
about for weeks.
Pay your tithes.
The church is $1 trillion business. If people aren't going to church, they're not paying their tithes.
Look, I equate it to this. Remember when we went to Star shit? And we paid for the donations. Remember we went to the Star and Buck Wild shit, the Star shit? And
Oh, Star and Buckwild.
Yeah, to pay your donations, right? And I remember he sat there and he gave a speech. He said, the Rockefellers have done this. The Rothschilds, everybody famous in America's history, they don't work out of their money. So here you go. Diddy doing the same thing. Every other place doing the same thing.
Diddy is a fraud.
Anybody asking for donations with a big company is damn near a fraud. I see you went on the church. I see you went on this. I'm going to do you two better. Fuck you hospitals for asking, can anybody, company or not, open or not, make us masks or bring PPE shit in when if you get sick, God forbid, and that shit ain't covered under your health care, you going to be out in the motherfucking door when all that shit is said and done. And somebody tell me I'm wrong because there's
So
going to be
we
a
gonna
medical
take it
biller.
there. So
There's
we
going to be a
taking it
medical
there.
biller. We taking it there.
So we taking
because
it there.
they right there with Diddy in the room dancing too. They doing the shimmy.
Right? Because,
What the
I
fuck?
mean, you
'Cause
also
that's the
say
point.
You
healthcare
gotta
workers.
Make sure you do the shoulders right.
Yeah, exactly.
Healthcare workers, we
Put the
applaud
lead in
you.
it, nigga. Put the lead.
Healthcare
Yeah.
workers.
We-
You
that's
guys
where we at.
are going through so much, but yet every 5 minutes y'all making a TikTok video. Sit the hell down.
Nigga.
Either you struggling or you not struggling. By the way, you telling me to get tested and do this and do that.
Yeah.
You still haven't
Hold
told
on,
me if
they
this is
making-
free or
they
not.
making
Who
like-
paying for this?
They're making $1,300 an hour.
Yeah. We
Those
all
essential
forgot.
workers are making those nurses. Whatever,
Those essential workers.
13.
Yes.
$1,300 per hour is what those motherfuckers is making right now.
And
So
it-
what y'all complaining for? You still getting a check. Am I not right? Here's the thing. don't get me wrong. I understand we have a pandemic, but let's keep it 100%. Isn't that what y'all went to school for and y'all studied for and y'all did your rounds for before you got your jobs? Y'all prepared for this. It's not every day that you have a pandemic. In fact, when you go to the emergency rooms, aren't they filled up and people waiting for hours to be seen by a doctor? Ain't no difference now. What are y'all saying? And then you want me to stand outside and clap? Oh, I thought we were supposed to be 6 feet apart. I thought we were supposed to wear masks, but y'all have time for parades. Have several seats. Have several seats. Y'all ain't say nothing to me. I can sit there and appreciate you for doing your job.
Yo, somebody just said
For
that.
doing your job.
See, that's it.
Cuomo just said that
I
shit.
cannot give you kudos
For
doing your job.
And hold on, I'm sorry.
Nigga, it's your
We're
job,
talking
nigga.
about $1,300 per hour, not for a week. We're talking about per hour.
Where's the
Okay?
calculator?
So I already did it. I already did it. So if you're making $1,300 per hour and you multiply that by 40, that's $52,000.
Yo, you forgot they were giving the traveling nurses $10,000 plus free lodging, and it wasn't sitting in the fucking your Best Western, nigga. You was up in the
You
fucking
give me $52,000
the
per
Windsor
week.
and shit.
You give me $52,000 per week. Nigga, fuck a mask. Nigga, you want me in a tank top and some
And then
boxes?
you're telling me that these first
Everybody
responders
says
are getting
this.
sick. Now, here's my thing. You all are nurses and doctors, so y'all know the protocols, right?
Well, it's not just protocols, but every job.
Right.
There's a pro and a con, or there's some kind of the proper word to say, but every job there's a little danger.
Right.
To make $52,000 per week, I think your basis is fucking covered.
Nigga, you don't think I walk in that bitch in duct tape and some motherfucking plastic wraps? So I'm
Listen.
good this week, nigga. Let's do this. Fuck it.
I'll be up in there every
$1,300
day like, what's
an
up?
$1,300 an hour.
That's my
Why are
point.
you? Oh my God, I'm so traumatized. People are dying and this and that. I'll be like, I'm still getting paid. Hey, how you doing today, mister? What's going on? How you feeling?
Nigga
I'ma
coughing
give
and
you some more
wiping their mouth.
medicine.
Nigga, you can't just cough all on me like that.
You know what I mean?
have to
I
turn your head a
understand.
little
Look.
Then here's the other thing too. I mean, I thought the masks were like single use. So are we not recycling?
They are supposed to be.
And then what about your protective gear, especially for when they have, I don't know what they're called. They have like, you see them with the blue stuff.
The PPE.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, are y'all seeing patients back to back with the same ones on, or are you taking them off and putting on something new?
Well, see,
That's
that was the
conversation we
question.
just had.
That was the question that we had talked about before. See, the thing is, you're supposed to not cross-contaminate. One person, one gloves, one mask, and then go to the next person.
Change
They're
every
saying,
time.
they're saying they're so short and everything in the ER and all these other the makeshift tent hospitals. You know, I'm doing all day in the same mask and gloves and gowns and whatever the fuck. So
And
you,
it's what we also talked about earlier. It's the wrong mask.
Yes.
The mask that
These
most
surgical
people,
masks ain't for it.
99% of everyone is wearing is a surgical mask. It's a mask I've got right here. You pull it apart, it looks like an accordion. Those masks do not protect you from a person coughing
right.
and a person sneezing because those particles go right through that mask.
Right.
The proper mask you need is an N95. That is the mask you need, is an N95 that will stop the cough and stop the sneezing.
Right.
Not these surgical shits.
I'm telling you, man. All this shit is it's a setup. You are 100% right, but you can't just hate on Diddy and them because you know what it is. Here's the deal: how much of that money gets down? See, somewhere when they do their
If
little
you have a
taxes-
charity that has a CEO, you know your CEO just got paid. So they're not getting, if you raise $3 million, some of that goes to your CEOs. That's why you want to choose a charity that actually funds what the charity is for. So if the
You don't-
food
you don't
is
do
going to your place in Brooklyn, then I need to see the food go to Brooklyn, not go to an organization that has nothing to do with New York.
right?
Well, you don't do CEO. Here's the thing: stop donating to all these nonprofit organizations.
Period.
Yeah.
If you do, I always say Wyclef showed you what to do.
Wyclef, where you at?
Haiti got hit with that one of them. Those massive casualties that had. That motherfucker got a plane. He showed up with water.
Yep.
He showed up with food.
Yep.
That's how you donate. You give something to someone. You, like a lot of these other people out here, paying people rents, pay people salaries. That's how you donate.
That's how you
can't
donate.
Give. Red Cross showed you people a lot of things.
They showed
All
you a
those
long
people
time ago.
donated to Katrina. Red Cross showed up with new BMW fucking trucks.
Exactly. Okay?
I'm saying.
Haiti, what y'all was supposed to do was supposed to put Wyclef in office so that way y'all could get rid of the damn Clintons. That's what you was supposed to do. Y'all in the reason why y'all are where you are is because the Clintons got a hold of you. They shouldn't even have that much control over black folks like that. But hey, I'm just what? We over here just speaking truth. We're not owned by anybody, so we can do that. Okay? There's no commercial break here. Thank you.
And now hear this.
Vote 2020. It is officially Biden
Oh, God.
versus Trump. You're not going to say, oh, God?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we already in that. We already in that motherfucker. Hell yeah.
Okay, listen. All right, so this is what happened, if y'all don't know, okay? So all of a sudden, Sanders dropped out of the race. Like, we saw that coming. Why? Because on his own merit, he realized that it just wasn't going to work out, and he thought we should just work together. Now, I've been on Twitter like crazy, and people have been coming for me because I thought that basically Sanders was a joke and a disgrace because he let his own party force him out again. This is just a repeat of what happened with Hillary. Dude, Jersey didn't vote yet. Why the heck did you drop? Now, I wasn't going to vote for you, though. I'm keeping it 100. I never was because I wasn't a fan like that. But I still felt like you had so many supporters. Who did you drop for? I mean, so you want your supporters to just automatically go over with sleepy Joe Biden? The same Joe Biden who has to go for a medical exam to find out if he has early dementia? Like, what are you talking about? And then when I mentioned that, people came after me. And I'm like, okay, one time. How do you confuse you running for Senate and president? I don't know how you can confuse that. You already a senator, right?
How you forget what town you in? How you forget what fucking shit you in?
How do you sit there and you want to sit here and touch and kiss on everybody? Sir, what are you doing? Okay, but this is what the Democratic machine wants us. This is how you're controlled because they basically told you who they want you to vote for. So if you think your vote matters, I'm here to tell you your vote never mattered because it was always about Biden. Now, granted, earlier I was like, you know what? The best person to go up against Trump was Biden before Biden started talking. Once he started opening his mouth, I was like, shoot, we all going to hell at this point. Now, it's a matter of picking the lesser two evils at this point. But you have to pay attention to the agendas. Not everything is what it seems, okay? Now, everybody's waiting for Elizabeth Warren. I don't know what the hell for. Okay, she was all loud talking about she's going to be the first president and first female president, and then she drops. Have several seats. I don't want to hear from you either. But yeah, here I am. I got to hear from you. What you want? Now she's gone back Biden. For what? What did he promise you, Elizabeth? What did he promise you? Oh, they got to work together. Y'all should have been worked together. Instead of 50 of y'all coming out saying we all running for president, y'all should have gotten in a room and figured out who was going to be the one person. But you didn't do that. Everybody want to be president, but don't nobody want to be a senator. Nobody want to be a representative and do their damn job. You all worried about we got to get rid of Trump. Ain't you mofos on recess right now?
Yes.
Why the hell y'all on recess? I'm trying to figure this out.
Well, first of all, they're 7 billion years old, and those are the ones catching it anyway.
Nancy Pelosi is on an extended vacation. For what?
Yeah, she did. She worked
so I'm
hard.
trying to understand what the hell y'all doing, but you got so much to say about Trump and his daily briefings. But y'all on vacation. Shut the hell up forever. In fact, you have Bernie Sanders trying to convince his people, his supporters, that they need to go and vote for Biden. Why are you doing that, sir? Why are you doing that? In fact, can we get a refund? Can anybody who contributed to your campaign get a refund? Here's the other thing. Did anybody even bother to ask? Why the hell are you giving money to these people? Why are you donating your money? For what? Biden got money. He don't need your money. If he needs money for his campaign, he could go to the big corporations. Why the heck is he asking regular supporters? Didn't about 17 million people file for unemployment? Where y'all getting this money from? Then they want to sit here and say, oh, donate $5. Donate $5 for what? Bitch, I need my $5. Gas is mad cheap. $5 gonna fill up somebody's tank. But you want me to give it to you to help you defeat Trump because the Democrats, that's all they care about is to defeat Trump. What is your agenda? Y'all are on recess. Y'all can't even do your damn jobs. But y'all worried about being president? You had Kamala Harris sitting here crying over Biden and the fact that he had to bust her when she was a young child. Okay, 1, did you go to therapy for that yet? 2, now all of a sudden you're smiling and now, oh, yes, I fully support and endorse Biden. Really, lady? Oh, you're doing that now because he made the erroneous mistake and said for vice president he's going to pick a black woman. What the heck you say that for, sir? So now you know you got to stick to that, right? Because if you don't, you screwed yourself. I'm just saying. So now that you don't open your mouth and said she's going to pick a black woman, who the heck you picking? Who you picking? I know it ain't Kamala Harris who gonna sit here and joke about smoking weed and you locked up people for weed. Bye, chick. What's that one? What's her name? Stacey Abrams?
Yes.
She's probably the number one person you looking at anyway because she has the background. But then again, something's still off to me about her that I'm not 100% sold. So if that's what you want, go right ahead. If it's just so she could go and debate the other VP, listen, have at it. Be my guest. It was TV One who came up with a list, and they also named Oprah. She been canceled. I'm not even sure why you try to put her down our throats. Don't she have on like an ankle monitor or something like that on her leg that I saw in a picture? I ain't got time for that. Then you want to name a couple of other black people that I ain't never heard of. One comes from Florida, and I'm thinking, hello, Jacksonville just opened up their beaches. 1,000 people got sick. Anybody from Florida is a no. Point blank and period. Okay? So you over here sit here smiling. For a while, Biden, you ain't say nothing. You disappeared during the pandemic. Now you resurfacing. So what's it going to be? Here's my thing. Now, again, I done told y'all sit here giving money to these people for what? What are you donating for? They got money. This is why we're stupid. Especially black folks. What you think this white man's going to do for us? I'm just asking, what do you think this white man is going to do? Why do we always got to figure a white man's got to bail us out? Roland Martin said it'll be a mistake if he doesn't pick a black woman. Not everybody black is for everybody black. Remember that. Just because you black don't mean you got my back.
That is so true. You are 1,000% on.
So here I am. Okay, the 1994 crime bill was sponsored by Jack Brooks of Texas. Pay attention. Originally written by Senator Joe Biden. Passed by Congress and signed into law by who? Bill Clinton. Why is this a problem? Because it contributed to mass incarcerations. But he's our savior, ladies and gentlemen. And, you know, he often said that he regrets it. You know, it could have gotten out of hand. But if you feel some type of remorse, then why don't you do us a favor? You want the black vote? Then those that got locked up, why don't you let them out? Why don't you reverse that and let them out?
Can I ask a question? If a black man commits a crime, I don't give a fuck if you get more time than the ass person. At the end of the day, you committed a fucking crime. Am I the only asshole? A crime is a crime. Yes or no?
Okay.
A crime is a crime, yes.
A crime is a crime. You already know that they're giving black people more years in time than they're giving white people.
Of course.
But your ass is still out there committing crimes.
And
you
they're going
to. Every fucking tenth of a second they give you deserve.
Exactly. But do you agree with incarcerating black people with more time than what they're supposed to get? If it's just first,
you committed a crime, right? You committed a crime.
His first time out. It's his first offense. You ain't got nothing on this guy, and then he gets life for one offense. Where a white guy commits the same crime, first offense, and he gets probation. That don't even make any sense. What's the difference?
You committed a crime.
Yeah, but if we did the same
America.
time, I'm just black, and I know I'm getting extra time.
Well, that's just like me. I'm not going to put my hand on that hot fucking stove because I know that motherfucking stove is hot. We keep making like...
Now, Biden, if you put your hand on that stove, will you tell us if it's hot, or are you just going to stand there and look into the air, into space like, is it hot? Is it not hot?
Depends what day it is. What
You're
dimension.
like, what's today's day? But he's our savior, black people, because we're looking for a savior. We're always looking for a savior. But the thing is that why are we not coming together and picking our own person? Why are we relying on all these white people, all these rich white people to save us? They have nothing. They're not interested in us. They're interested in immigration policies. We're not immigrants. Here's the fun part.
Preach.
We are not immigrants.
Preach.
I didn't immigrate here. You didn't immigrate here.
No.
You didn't immigrate here. We were not. How many times we got to say this? And it'd be the ones that immigrated here telling us that we're wrong. Excuse me. My family goes back to slavery. I don't know about your family, but last time I checked, y'all came from my family and brought us over here. We ain't asked to come. Okay, so because I'm not an immigrant, again, what are you gonna do for me?
Nothing.
Y'all can't find money for reparations. But you was quick as hell to give us a $2 trillion stimulus package, right? You was quick as hell to say $1,200 is all you get for your services, huh? $1,200. And for all you ignorant folks, if you ain't had nothing in your bank account, you know the bank got your money first, you dummies.
Yeah, I want to jump on to something here that you just said.
I said a lot.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I said something, not everything. You just said the reparations point. I said that in an office full of white people. I said, the $1,200 stimulus check is more than the reparations would have been. Am I wrong? Think about it.
Are you
We're only
counting-
13%. Hold up. Black people only 13% of America. This motherfucker paid how many? How much percent of America? 80 to 90%? When you think about it. Because there's people, anybody under $100,000 a year? Got a check. Or some form of a check. If you had kids and you made over $100,000, you still got reparations.
And if you
still got a stimulus for your children.
in the millions, you got even more.
And you got and you got able to a different one.
But they don't
So
talk
now-
about that, though.
No, they don't.
But we're just schooling you.
But so now think about it. You done paid over 90% of the population when you could have paid not even 13% because some of us don't trace back to slavery. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you would have paid what, 8% of us? 8% of us, you could have gave us reparations. And the thing that they don't talk about also, this stimulus check is going to fuck up
Next year.
inflation. No, not even next year, inflation. Because now they split the dollar even lower. They printed all
Okay,
this
but
shit.
see, your Congress and the ones who made that decision, they're on recess right now. And,
Yeah.
here's the other part to it as well.
What's the
Here's-
black Congress? What's all of the black ladies who are in the white? Oh my God!
Who are they? I don't know why
I
they're
forgot
not
their
white. I mean,
name.
yeah, they look like a...
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
Yes.
Goes. Yes. Where were they? Where
They-
were they to argue this point?
Okay, do you want to know where they are? Everybody's chilling in their
On the beach.
mansions. I mean, Nancy Pelosi has 2 refrigerators maxed out at $11,000 each, eating $13 tubes of ice cream because she's a sick hypocrite of... Listen, I didn't want to go there about her, but here's the thing. Again, these are your leaders. These are the people that you elected, but you're not asking the right questions. All of you should be pissed off that Congress isn't working hard enough. All you should be pissed off that they get to stay home, but they still get to collect a paycheck.
And full
Remember
healthcare.
when you guys go on furlough and they shut the government down? They still get a paycheck. Let that sink in. They still get a paycheck. Not damn one person decided, you know what? I'm going to donate my money, my paycheck. Notice how the president did, but I'm going to donate my paychecks to those who need it because I don't need it. Obviously, I don't need it. That's what they should be saying, right? But then here's something else. Think about it. Biden and all the other people that were running for president, not only were you running for president, but you also had a job to do. So wouldn't it make sense for you to focus on one or the other? You can't do both. So if you're running for president, you shouldn't be in Congress still. You should vacate because clearly you have other aspirations. Because being a senator and a representative isn't it. Because if it was, then you should have stayed doing what you were supposed to do. Who cares about the presidency? Y'all not ready for that. Clearly because you dropped out so quick. Okay? The tough got going and you said, But you wanted to make sure that you cried on TV and people know that you were still upset and bothered because you were bused when you were a child. Okay. Now, let me know if you went to therapy for it. Or if not, there's a pill for that. It'll help you take all that away.
Oh, my Lord.
But this is the problem that we face. Now you have Biden. Now you have Trump. So what are we all supposed to do? Some people are not going to vote. And I don't blame them. Because here's the thing. The Democrats already told you that your vote didn't matter because at the end of the day, it was all about Biden. I don't know how many times I have to say this to y'all. You can sit here and play dumb if you want to, but that's what happened. That's why Bernie is out. Bernie wasn't supposed to be given up, but he let them take over. And that's what happened. And now Bernie's going to sit here and tell y'all, after you done fought for Bernie, you done fought after he had a heart attack, you done fought over the age, and he sat here and said his age wasn't even a factor. He did all that talking. Now he's talking for Biden. Get the hell out of here with that bull crap. Y'all sit here believing this, but that's what you guys want. Yes? Is that what you want? You want the machine to tell you all who to vote for. And if you allow them to tell you who to vote for, then your vote really didn't matter. Now, if you're a Sanders supporter and you decide not to vote, you shouldn't, because you need to teach them a lesson. Don't play with me and my votes, because that's exactly what they did. They think that's small of you, and they think that everybody's stupid enough to just follow in place. Follow the leader.
But
we're not following no more. Because guess what? People, one day by day, are waking up. And the more we wake up, the more we realize, I see you for what it is. I'm not voting for you. Now, if you don't like Trump, so what? Nobody said you had to vote for him either. Did you exercise your right to vote? Yes, because you decided you wasn't, because you didn't like either one. Now, is that a problem? Yes, because now you mess up the votes. Hey, for all I know, you could write in somebody's name. Have at it if you want to. It is what it is. Now, elections are coming soon. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if we're going to have to mail in our ballots or go to the polls. If we have to go to the polls, then maybe instead of having one day, make it a whole week. So that way you don't have so many people lining up for polls. Maybe do it by social security number. I don't know. You could do it that way. Do I trust the mail-in ballot process? Not in its entirety, because there's ways to fudge. There's ways to fudge. So you should be very careful if they're so quick to say we should do mail-in ballots. Don't let them play with your rights. If you have a right to vote, then you have a right to get your asses up. Go vote like you normally do. If this whole corona thing, because remember, voting is in November. If the coronavirus is going to be not an issue until maybe December, y'all can get up and vote. But then again, do what you normally would do, like you're doing now. You have your mask, and you have your gloves, and you stand 6 feet apart. It's really not that difficult, people. But hey, who am I to tell you? We're just Truth Vibe TV, keeping it 100 with y'all. Be stupid if you want to, but it's your vote. You do what you want. But at the end of the day, you can either go with the devil that you know, or the one that doesn't know if today is today and tomorrow is tomorrow.
You really love
But hey,
guy. You really
do what you want to do.
Can I make a comment about reparations real quick?
Go ahead.
All right, reparations never happened. And I want people to understand that. Reparations goes back to Abraham Lincoln. And a lot of people don't speak about it. Abraham Lincoln was going to give every black person
Who's Abraham
40
Lincoln?
acres and a mile. It just showed you how, I mean, he was a president. It showed you how far they would go.
I'm just saying, because there's some people that probably don't know who he is.
He's a president. Well, I mean, every black person knows he's one of the main presidents that spoke about. But at the end of the day, Abraham Lincoln was going to give every single black person 40 acres and a mile.
It was a business deal.
40 acres and a mule. You're going to get all of that, which means you would have got, compared to what land there, you would have got millions compared to how everything works out now.
And there were less black people then, too, just so we know.
Right. Now, to take it even further, the two cultures that did receive reparations, not one of those genocides happened on American soil.
If he don't, where's the collection plate? If he don't preach.
None of that happened on American soil, but those cultures still got it.
You're absolutely right.
And the biggest one that really happened, well, not the biggest one, one of the biggest ones that happened to the Native Americans, they gave those niggas dirt and said, okay, reservations.
You're right. Which they are now making money off of because they can do whatever they want on that
Right,
land.
and
It's
they
not a
just
But at the
around.
end of the day,
But it just goes to show you if they give it to
They
black
got something,
people,
yeah.
what are black people going to do? Someone on Facebook printed it, and I saved it. It says, so if you go through the inventions that black people have made
Yeah.
through history, way more than white people. The amount of inventions black people have made, just to put a few, the air conditioning, traffic light, ice cream, hairbrush. You know how your white ladies love your hairbrush. Okay, keychains, lanterns, locks, motherfuckers. You know you like your locks.
Yeah.
Just to name a few of the products that were invented by black people, we would be the 1%. And that's something they won't ever allow.
because we don't allow it. We gave them everything. Everything. Power. Right there. We gave the white man power. We're so ignorant and stupid, we keep doing it. This is why this election pisses me off, because again, black people, we are still giving our power to the white man. You are all so quick to run to the Democrats. Idiots. They don't care about us. Because I already told you a few weeks ago, the first year is going to be about will be about immigration or the alphabet and symbols people. It's one of them. The second year, interchange. It's going to be whatever they focus on. It's either immigration or that, okay? Then the third year, they're going to be focusing on their reelection, okay? That's when they're going to come back and tell us again, I marched with Dr. King, I did this and I did that. King dead. He been dead. He ain't here no more, okay? People dying left and right. They not coming back. But we are still here. And we act like we can't get ourselves together. Look at what they did to the Black Panther Party. Look at what they did to them. That was the government that did that. Try to pin them out to be terrorists. Are you serious?
Too much knowledge. They had too much knowledge.
So we're the terrorists. But again, like Truth said, we keep your houses cool. You have AC. Ladies, you get to brush your hair because we done made brushes because we realized y'all had issues, okay? We're the problem solvers. Every time there's something, listen, traffic. So a black man said, bump that, we need a signal. Boom, you got a signal. You use us so that way you can abuse us. Oh, didn't Diddy tell Kylie Jenner that she was like the role model for all women? Get the hell out of here. What the hell you smoking? Okay, she's a role model for all women and how she handles her business. Business was handed to her. She's a celebrity. Just like every celebrity, somebody comes up with an idea and they hand it to you and say, here, do you want to be the face? That's how she got her millions. What the hell are you talking about? Okay, she didn't do no real work. She was on a show, capitalized by her sister. She ain't do nothing. All right? She just followed her sister's lead. They came to her with the idea. She ain't got brains like that.
She did do a lot. She went to the plastic surgeon. That's a lot to get
Okay,
cut
then
up
yeah,
like
she went
that.
to a plastic surgeon and that's it. But here's the thing. But she steals our looks. They steal our beauty. They steal everything about us. And then they capitalize on our stuff. Yes,
Kim not
we
white,
should
though.
be the 1%.
Kim not white, though. I know why people keep trying to say Kim. That family's not white.
No, but no. Kim, Rob, Courtney are not white. They're Armenian.
Yes.
Right.
Chloe is half white and half black.
We don't know who Chloe's father is.
We do
What?
too. Stop it. It's OJ.
You said
Kylie.
half white, half black.
We don't know who. Some say
Kylie
OJ, sister.
and Kendall are white.
Yes.
So when we talk, so I understand why people get upset, but at the same time, the Armenian, yes, they did steal our looks. Because guess what? I get that you're married to a black man, and I get that you're trying to play both sides because you're raising black children. At the end of the day, give credit to where credit is due. You can sit there and say, oh, I got my hair braided because I want to look like Jane Fonda. She stole it from where? Have several seats, people. Okay? But then again, like I championed for Kim when I was on her side when they called her out doing blackface. And I said, come on, if you paid attention, that ain't blackface. Because if you look at the picture and saw what she did, you understand what the hell she promoting her shit.
She's been doing that for years, though.
So, I mean, why y'all getting mad now? Because everything is cute, right? But you steal from us. But then what do? We allow it. That's the problem with black folks. We keep allowing that to happen, and we're going to keep allowing it. And if y'all stuck on stupid and vote for Biden, then again, you keep allowing it. Because what's going to happen, like I said, he's going to worry about the gay community because he ain't got time for blacks. He going to worry about your immigration because, again, we're not immigrants, so we don't really matter.
We're not growing.
And the third, he's gonna worry about his reelection. Y'all all sitting here saying he gotta pick a black person for his VP. He's a white man. He's a rich man. He's a smart fucking man. Pardon my French. He's gonna pick somebody he can control. He ain't gonna pick somebody that can control him. Pay attention to that. Hello, somebody that he could tell what to do because you ain't fit to tell him what to do. What was you gonna say?
Look, I'm with you. They're all worried about these immigrants because they're a faster growing, bless you, they're a faster growing community than the blacks are. Blacks are behind. This
Why
place
are blacks
will be
behind?
We're not populating as well. We're not even populating
Many
at
people
all.
say because a lot of our people are in jail, but like truthfully,
No, it's not even that. It's
we're
not even
We're
jail.
taught to beat on each other. You just like you just said the whole Diddy thing. Diddy's worth $750 million. You hold a fundraiser that you put not one penny into, that you say you're going to donate funds. See, that's what people understand. You're going to donate funds. How much of those $4 million that you got in is actually going to go to those frontliners who's making $52,000 a week? It's going to get it. How much of that $4 million are they going to get?
Right.
I didn't hear anything. I just said I'm going to donate funds to him.
Right.
This is a man who
But you know what? This goes back to her point because guess what? We all saw that shit in some form of media, which is controlling us.
Right.
See, you forget how they all depend on each other. Everything is good, right? Look, we gotta help the hospital people because they can't change their mask every day or when they go in. Oh, okay, but didn't nobody say shit about the motherfucking girl at ShopRite, right? Until shit get bad. Those people ain't making 10 grand a week.
Listen, we're not controlled by the media. Hold up.
We ain't, but I'm just saying.
Live TV. I'm just saying, be careful because they're going to come for us.
No, I'm sure.
Control us.
They sit on my car right now. Like, hey, nigga. Hey. But you got to understand when people say this shit. So it's a cause to spin it. Make everything look good, right? We'll put a few black people here. We'll sprinkle them out. We'll make it look like you guys are exceeding and you guys are populating and exploding. But they all, this census is fucked up. The census ain't going to go to next year because people ain't really, they sit at home, but ain't nobody filling out on the computer.
Well, we did ours. Like, I just figured that was like, regardless of what's going on still. But then, people are so scared because they're like, oh, they're going to come for me. Well, that's a whole nother episode to talk about immigration status.
But that's you. But
I got questions.
But now we don't have, but now we don't even have an official count again that shows what has changed in the past 10 years.
Okay, but that's the governor's fault or the mayor's fault. And that's part of their job.
But I get you.
They sit at home. They need to figure out how to get there. If you got to knock on doors, then you knock on doors. How about that?
But here's the deal. It's a federal program. So but think about it.
But yet the mayor's out here,
but I'm more worried,
mouthpieces for
but
it.
I'm more worried.
We need money. We need for y'all
yes.
to do this.
Yes, but I'm worried about the numbers because I think they said last count was black people with 13%. I think we more like fucking 8. To be honest,
it is what it is.
I swear, no, we're declining.
We're declining, but you also got people who act like they don't want to be black.
That's fine.
You guys, still got the ones that pretend like they're not black and they're gonna put in something else. I mean, they got the ones that are mixed, and they don't know what to fill out, so they're gonna go with the one that seems pleasant. Yeah.
Black Trumps, dominant features. Sorry, bitch. I know you light skinned. You still black.
Yeah.
So you're talking about them using folks. Look at DJ D Nice. What is his name?
D Nice?
Yeah. So they used him. He came out.
Black? He said he's black.
No, he fat.
Talking about
okay.
propaganda. They used him. He came out, did one thing. He only had like 200K, and all of a sudden he had millions of people following. Then it's all about voting and stuff like that. You see how they use you. You see how they got you sucked in.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We keep expecting people to worry about anybody else but themselves.
Right.
They walked up to him with a plan. He cashed that fucking check. He could care fucking less.
Right.
Exactly.
We're not pro I would say the Latin community or even the Asian community who sends funds back to their home back to their country like the Asians.
'Cause we don't have one.
vehicles,
And Indians.
They don't purchase any American
And Africans.
vehicles.
Because
They
nigga,
all
we
do
don't
that.
have one. If we all slave-based people in this room, we don't have one.
Because
all
we're
about
scared.
just-
I'm not
if
going-
black
Because we're scared to go against
if
the
black
grain.
people can put their money together, just like all these other.
No, yeah, he's talking about the
cultures do.
having something
But
to
we
put
had
somewhere.
that. We had the Black Wall Street, and they burned that down.
They
They bombed
burned-
us.
Okay, that's okay.
But that's my
people,
point.
That's
Okay.
that's 5,000 years ago. Do it again. Do right.
But now, see, now that's my
Do it
point.
the right.
Okay.
That's my point now. Here's where your Diddy's, your Jay-Z's, if they're truly built upon themselves in black wealth and all this other bullshit, that's great. Now build that shit again. Now he'd be like, you know what? Build a new Black Wall Street. Here you go, because they have the money.
So we're going to go back. Like I just talked about the white man. So we're going to put our time and energy and wait for the rich black man to help us out.
Because
Well,
it's
no.
always got to be the rich person first. Now, if you talk, are you talking about you rubbing your stimulus check with somebody else's stimulus check to get a piece of nothing? When I can have the one black person, and let's say he's a faithful pro-black person. I'm blackity black, and I love all niggas, right? And they come in, and they truly come in. They have a better chance of helping us, bringing us to that financial joint to get to the point of gain. We had Black Wall Street back then because everything was based upon our own. Like we had our own industry, our own, like almost our own money based off of. Everything was in-house. You went to that black-owned shop to get your shit fixed. You didn't have an option to go to the Greek place. No, I'm going to the black-owned shop. Now you're right. Can it be done here? Let's take Brooklyn for example. You kick out all the Asian little spots. Nobody goes to the Chinese food restaurants no more. We going to either Sylvia's or we going to Stacy's or we going to here, right? All little black-owned. If
Yes.
we keep it within the black-owned community. So you need to have them already functioned or a place around. We don't have that anywhere. We can't start that shit here. I can't say anything about Essex County. I don't know too much. I know it's more black-owned spots there than here, but I can't have that here. You get what I'm saying? Not without some rich person come in and saying, all this, I'm buying everything to make now
But it's
the black
also-
dollars
But
stay
here's
within
the
each
thing:
other.
you can have a rich black person come in, but you need a checks and balance. I don't want that rich
Oh,
black
hands
person
down. Hands
coming
down.
in and then dictating what we're supposed to do because he's doing it for self. He ain't thinking about us. He's
Oh, no,
doing it
yeah.
for gain.
Yeah, hands
What
down.
about us?
Here's the thing: it's community. In there, I forgot when we had the other station. I always talk about this. It was the other guy who was running for mayor. He's the mayor of Patterson now, but back then, when we were at the other station, he was running for mayor then, and he had the greatest, to me, one of the best way of doing things. You couldn't own a business in that county
Unless
if
you
you
were
didn't
from.
live in that county.
Yep.
You couldn't be a police officer in that county if you didn't live in that county.
What happens to that?
They got rid of it.
But see, that's
Well,
the thing.
if
That
you
makes
have
with you.
more-
sense to
I'm
me.
with
If you
ya.
have more counties, and let's say from black people, if you have $1,200, if you get 10 people together, you can start whatever business you want. But the problem is, when it comes to black owned, it's all about discount and hook me up. But you'll run to that Chinese restaurant to get that fucking hair, ladies, where the motherfuckers won't even put the money in your fucking hand. They don't even
Yes.
want to touch your fucking ass.
So now
But
that
you
we-
still running to that store to get that hair.
So what are we doing now? So let me ask y'all a question.
fine.
So when the government opens back up,
Mhm.
I'm trying to understand. Y'all still running to the Chinese to get your hair, your nails, and all that
Man, you
other
got
stuff
people
done?
talking about, I miss
even after
Chinese
they
food
kicking
right
our
now.
Africans out of China and being a disgrace, are you
Oh,
lost
you
your
saw that.
minds?
You saw that
So
bullshit,
y'all
right?
kicking them out, but we still supposed to keep making y'all rich because y'all the only ones that'll deal with nasty feet? Listen, have at it. If you don't love your black people, and I don't care where your black people come from, disrespect is disrespect. This is how you mobilize and you get your stuff together. You mobilize, you come together, and you say, we're not taking it anymore. No, everybody needs to go to somebody black, okay? And black business owners, get your shit together.
That's first thing.
Okay, get it together. I'm tired of visiting an establishment that ain't got their shit together. I shouldn't wait 5 hours for food. Okay? You a brand new company. You a brand new restaurant. I'm waiting for y'all? No.
It's the truth, though. It's the truth. We don't know how to run businesses right.
But then again,
Yeah.
if you a black leader and you want to help black folks, then have a class. But see, here's the other problem with it. Everybody wants something for something.
Something.
Nobody wants to do anything for free. If you are genuine about helping other people, you'll give out a free course. You see what I'm saying? To
Yes.
those that sign up for it. Why? Because I know you're serious. You
Yeah.
can say, I'm giving away this free course for 10 people. First 10 people free.
Forget
After that, you got to pay.
Walk
Whatever
your ass
it
to
is.
the library. It's free. All the information is free in the library. Free.
It is. But you have to have somebody that you trust. That's just like the three of us over
That
here
book ain't
saying,
gonna lie.
I'm putting in 500. You putting in 500. He putting in 500. It's the three of us. Now, people, use your heads. You put contracts together. Because for all we know, me, Truth, we good. Jeff over here having some issues. We don't trust him like that. So we want to protect ourselves because today he's here, tomorrow he ain't.
Oh Lord.
Then we find out that Truth and I are the ones doing all the work. Jeff pops in and out. All right, but we got a contract. We got something in place to protect us. Because if we have to kick him out due to lack of work, then hey, listen, he knew what he signed up for. He signed that contract. That's why it's important to have a contract. Just because we black, we ain't all friends. We don't know each other like that. I don't know how you work. You don't know how I work. All right, so we don't just jump into business with anybody. You got to pay attention to how people move. Okay? Now, black-owned businesses. It's a beautiful thing. Some people are like, why we got to be segregated?
Oh,
The
my
Jews
Lord. Yep.
have their own, and they do fine, and they take care of their own.
'Cause they support
Spanish,
their own.
everywhere you go, there's a bodega here, bodega there, but they take care of each other. Chinese take care of each other. Indians
They
take
won't
care
buy
of each
anything that
other.
didn't come from
We are
them.
the only dummies that don't take care of each other, but we so quick to run to get our halal. We so quick to run to get our pork fried rice. We're so quick to run to get whatever it is you want to get from somebody else. Our Italian food. Okay? But we don't take care of ourselves. But then when it's time to go support another business, we frown upon them. We frown upon somebody who had nothing, started up something, and then we complain a lot instead of offering helpful advice. That's the other thing, too. All right, just because your business is slow doesn't mean I don't have advice to give you to help you. But then again, a lot of our black business owners don't want to receive because y'all know so much. When somebody genuinely comes to you and says, I want to help you out because I see where you have an issue. I didn't ask you for no money. I just willingly told you what you should be doing. But then again, some people that give advice also want money for their advice. Then you was never about that business in the first place.
Well,
So
that's
here's
your
the thing.
business.
We, as black people, need to get it together. We need to start supporting. If this didn't teach us anything, it taught us we got to start looking out for ourselves because your white rich man ain't doing it. But I might be wrong. Go ahead and vote for Biden and see what happens. And then in 3 years, we'll come back and revisit, and I'll be like, I told you so. I'll come up with a whole song and dance for that. Okay? By that time, we'll be in a bigger studio. And again, we won't be controlled by the media, so we can say whatever we want, and we don't apologize for anything. We're just going to keep it funky with you. But hey, y'all do what you want. If that's how you want to go ahead and vote for Biden. Have at it, because the white man will always be your savior. Yet they will secretly write other bills to make sure they do something to us so that we don't get nothing.
Yep.
But hey, listen, you love Nancy Pelosi. She ripped up the speech. But yes, she's in the comforts of her home, eating ice cream, taking pictures next to her 11. She had two, y'all. She got two. Now, she's in her 70s, 80s, and she got two refrigerators and showing you all the food that she
Yo,
got.
she really took that picture?
Yes,
I
she
didn't
did.
see it.
Showing you everything that she got, but meanwhile, you all can't go to your supermarkets because there's no food on the shelves, but she's fully stocked. But don't worry about her because she still gets her check. Meanwhile, y'all had to file for unemployment, and half of y'all ain't even getting your money. But she's good, y'all. As long as Speaker Pelosi is good and on her extended vacation, you're good. America, you're good. But yes, be mad at Trump for his daily briefings. Oh, be mad at Trump because Trump only took what the media put out and put it right back in their faces. But be mad at him for it. Because he only took what y'all said and gave it right back to you. But go ahead and be mad at him for that. Because
true.
it was the media and your governors
So true.
who said everything was okay. Why did you have Mardi Gras? Because your mayor said it was okay. Y'all forget? She was on TV. Hey, it was Pelosi who said, you can go ahead to Chinatown and visit Chinatown. They're okay. You had to set up. You called Trump xenophobic because he didn't want y'all traveling to China. Well, I thought maybe because they had an outbreak, so he was just saying, let's play it safe. But he's a xenophobe. Okay, he's a xenophobe. All right, now we got 1-800 numbers out to help Asians because, oh my gosh, travesty. Where's your 1-800 number for the Africans who are being forced out of their homes because they're not allowed anywhere in China establishments? Oh, here we go again. If it's black, it's wrong. But if it's whites, it's right. But you go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and vote for Biden. Go ahead. I told you so, but go ahead. Oh, and then you know what? If he gets flipped up and he messes up on his speeches and he forgets that he's president, it's okay because he's rich and he's white. And us black people rely on rich white folks, the same rich white folks that had us enslaved. But it's okay. It's okay. That's all we know. We're the bottom of the barrel. You want to say anything, Jeff?
Yeah. I want to visit that real quick. That burning your bus stuff. I think you hit a nerve. The burn your bus folks will definitely not vote at all, and it's gonna be a learning lesson for both sides.
And it's not because you guys don't want to vote,
right?
It is to teach the Democratic machine a lesson because they did it to you with Hillary. They're gonna do it again now. Well, They just did it now, so teach them a lesson because they're playing y'all for fools. Now, if y'all want to be the fool. What's that song? Everybody plays the fool. Go ahead, have at it. But I'm here to tell y'all. The moment they wake up and they realize they effed up is when you take your power back. People, you realize it's us that vote, right? You realize we're the ones with the power, right? Why is it that when anything happens in Congress, right, they always tell you, call your representative. Call your representative and tell them we need this now. Bitch, ain't that what I voted for you for? Like, that's your job. Why I gotta call you and tell you what to do with your job? Like, what am I missing?
You knew shit was bad when you got in. Shit ain't changed. Shit ain't changed.
So why I gotta call you now, right? So if I gotta call you and tell you how to do your job, you ain't getting reelected. Because I wanna know how many people have to call you because you ain't answering your phones. No. Oh, that's right, because you on extended vacation.
There you go.
Okay. So you're not answering your phone, so what am I calling you for? So if I have to call you, that means that this is the day I'm going to mark that I had to call AOC like 1,500 times to tell her, no. So now I'm not voting for you. But because I mentioned AOC, June 23rd is the primary. Your general elections are November 3rd. AOC is running for re-election in District 14 for the U.S. House of Representatives for New York. And her opponent is going to be Anton Tucker. Now, he used to be a drug dealer, but he found God, and now he's running. He's very much into politics. If you follow him on his social media, I'm not going to hand that out because he ain't talked to me, but I like him. He's very knowledgeable. I like this guy. But his mouth. He cursed a lot. And I get it. You get upset. You're passionate. Whatever. But if it comes time to doing debates, my only concern is you a black man with tattoos. You curse a lot. Here you got AOC, who was probably handpicked to be in the position that she was because ain't nobody was looking for her. She was a waitress. And all of a sudden
she's groomed. She's groomed now. Whatever
she was. She's groomed.
She
all out there. She was riding with Bernie, too. Yeah. But that's another thing. And I'm thinking to myself, black man, you going to scare her. And they're going to think you a bully. So I just need for him to calm it down a little bit because that's the wrong impression you might give off. But this is what's happening. A lot of people are not happy with AOC. To me, AOC is too extra. I mean, I could do without all the extra body stuff to tell me how you feel. I can do without her, campaigning and championing for Bernie Sanders. No, AOC, I need you to do your job. Like, I don't care about who you support. That's got nothing to do with anything, okay? Especially if you're a Democrat and you already knew what the jig was. All of you knew. The whole thing was a showboat. I'm pissed off, even though I said in the beginning I wasn't voting for Sanders, but my issue is that all the other people that were championing for him were duped. That's the truth. You had all these people, all these promises, just for you to just say, I'm hanging it up? Why? No, you were supposed to keep going. You weren't supposed to quit. You were supposed to say, I don't give a crap if you want Biden. I'm still running. Let the people decide. And then you were supposed to open your mouth and expose them. But you didn't. You want to have this two-way conversation with Biden and putting yourself out there. And I'm sitting here like, really? Now, the guy that you told us not to vote for, that was against everything you want to work with, since when? You think he really going to work with you? Bernie, you on your way out. You think he want to work with you? So when it's time for your re-election, I hope they say no. What you want to say?
I'm tired of AOC myself. You said do her job. She is doing her job. She was only put there to fill in and champion whatever causes whoever's backing her is now.
That's her job.
That's her job.
She's a nice face.
She's a face. She's a face. She's of those people from that area. So most predominantly Spanish at this point. She's of those people of that area, and she's groomed now. Now she's groomed. She's been, 4 years? So now she's groomed. Because remember how she got in is not the way she was just giving it up. Who was she speaking to? Oprah or something like that?
It up.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong, though? Am I wrong? It's a complete 180 when you see her now compared to how she first walked in there.
Definitely.
Complete 180. Her and the other four, who was the Muslim girl and other stuff around, they've been whipped into place, into shape. But is it Antone or Anton?
It's Antone.
Antone.
Yes.
Okay. I can fucking name him. I don't want him to get it on purpose. But he needs a machine behind him.
He does.
And that's what he's losing, because if Jumaane Walker can get in New York City, we can tell that boy to stop cursing and get his ass in there too. He just needs money behind him.
He does.
And that's what the thing, if he can be marketable enough to sell and get money behind him, and I don't know what he's going to have to give up to get it, but that's what he needs to beat her.
I mean, I think if he were elected into that role, he's going to be a force to reckon with. I think he's going to be a problem for a lot of people, and he's going to stir it up.
And he's more streets. He has more connection to the streets than she does.
Exactly.
And you know what I'm saying? So, and I hope he does a good choice. I believe he found God, and he does a good cause or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. But he needs a big machine behind him.
He needs a machine behind him. He has to stop. He's really got to stop cursing. I'm not saying that cursing is bad, but I mean, like, you got to calm that down a little bit.
You got to articulate sometimes.
Yes.
I like it because, again, you keep trying to, I guess the best word I'm looking for, turn people into something they're not. And I like him because the fact that you have someone that is more relatable to that environment. You're gonna say this person knows.
AOC.
Sure, relatable to who?
That was her whole play to get in. Look what we got, ones of yous. We picked her right out of the restaurant and we handed her here for you. That's exactly what they did. And they knew she was smart. She finished school. She can be groomed to do this. But that's what I'm saying. Now he needs to show his worth to whatever big machine will back him. I don't know. I'm with you. Look, if your biggest cause with him, and you mentioned this 3 times, is cursing. Once he flips that, and that's you from what I'm getting from you. If that's your biggest cause with him, right, and not the fact that he used to run the streets.
No, that is my biggest cause, because here's the thing: if I'm with my family and then here he comes with the potty mouth, it's like I can't.
Doesn't matter. Here. So great. That's great. But keep that in mind. Some of our best people in history were foul mouth. That did great changes for humans, blacks, everything along. If you go down and really read their history. You get what I'm saying? So when we're around them, the effing bombs and the B bombs and whatever. We as human beings, us as politically correct people in America can't get past presentation.
Okay.
And you know what I mean? And that's part of the thing. And that's why I said that's all the machine needs to do. Give him money to run his ads and make him presentable so I can put him next to...
So his ass a charm school.
Yeah. So I can put him in there. But it's the same thing. It's like, look, I give you a man and he's everything you want. He just got busted teeth.
Okay,
and you know,
Antoine.
it's bad.
So we're gonna send you to Charm School, hosted by Monique, and she'll get you into shape.
I forgot about that shit.
I don't know why.
I
It was
forgot about
good,
that
baby. It was
Well,
good.
that's what Puff did to Mary J. Blige. She was hood as shit.
Yeah.
Don't bring him up. He aggravates me.
The man had
I mean-
he had a lot of talent there. It's just that the only person who got paid was him. But he had a lot of talent.
There's so much I want to say about him. I just,
Oh, take that.
I'll take it.
What can you do, man?
I don't know. But up next, we're going to talk about the mayor report card. In your towns, how are your mayors handling this pandemic?
Our mayor or
Are you in the same town?
county seat? No.
Oh, so yeah, how's your mayor handling the pandemic? Like, for instance, my mayor hosts a 5 o'clock call Monday through Friday to go over the same things. The numbers. Never really talks about who recovers, but hey, nobody does. And then on top of that, we have Be Still Mondays, where you're not supposed to leave the house. Everything is shut down every Monday. I heard East Orange now has everything closed Saturday and Sundays.
So, be clear to the folks. Your mayor is. She want to leave that one out. Look at that. Kevin Johnson. Oh, no. Go ahead.
He's a good dude, though. I know.
Well, I'm not
Ross
knocking him.
Baraka
I'm
of
not
Mark.
knocking
It
the
is
man.
Barack. It is
Yeah.
Barack.
We're not knocking the man. I'm just trying to say he's been
I
on
don't
TV.
really care for him. He irritates me.
Why?
Because
He just did something good. Look at you.
What did he do that was
You
good?
just said Be Still Mondays.
Oh,
He's
no, I didn't
giving
say
you-
he was doing anything good. I
calls.
just said what he is doing.
Oh, okay,
But here's
okay.
my thing. It's like, it's what works for him. So you're telling everybody to stay home while his personal trainer was out still personal training. I'm confused.
That's essential. He gotta still get paid.
Okay, a lot of personal trainers can't do that. They've gone to online formats. But again,
Not working.
you told everybody to stay home. 6 feet apart, stay home. But he, in his backyard, got 50 dudes over. I'm exaggerating, but he got like 10 dudes with him
Right.
working out. So I'm not understanding. He went to his gym and was working out with some other people. I'm not understanding. I thought gyms were closed.
Was this earlier, like early in the onset of this stuff,
No,
or was
this
it
like a few weeks ago? He's still doing it.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
damn.
that-
I'm trying
He was
to shoot
in the
him
park,
bail.
right?
Well, he has one person that he's training in the park. But
Yeah.
here's my thing. It's not about that.
Okay.
It's the fact that you're telling people as a leader, you can't do this, but you're allowing the people that hang around you to do it. So you're saying it's okay for some, but not okay for all. You see
Right.
how that goes? That's what irritates me.
Do as
don't
I
care.
say, not as I do.
Right. He can hustle all he wants to. Go at it. Do you. But it's the fact that the mayor is allowing you to do this, but he told everybody else to sit down. So why are you okay, but everybody else is not?
To me, he's always had that mentality.
Oh, do as I say, not as I do?
Yes. I mean, that's not a great mentality to have. Especially, you better know better because I said it because I'm the mayor or whatever it is. Now, if I compare it to my mayor has been sitting back because we've been taking orders from the county seat, Tedasco, because over here in Bergen is the epicenter, the main thing where it's spread all out.
Mm-hmm.
Our county executive has fought against the governor.
Okay.
He put our county executive put the order in to shut the malls, shut down these places, do all the social distancing, do all this other stuff. Through 2 weeks before the governor did it, and they went back and forth. So
Go ahead.
So I don't see eye to eye on everything they do because they're mostly business and money wise.
Exactly.
But when it came to this, they stepped up, and the mayors have all followed suit. They stepped up. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I saw that they released the parking. You can park anywhere. They're not giving out as many tickets. They're not following that stuff. They increased sanitation to pick up and throw away things and stuff like that. They've been really on point for the past month and a half.
Okay.
I'll give them that. You know what I mean? Like, especially to keep people safe and everything that you see now in the news and stuff like that, they were ahead of.
Right. Good for them.
And that stuff I like. But I haven't seen any stories of yeah, I told them to do that, but I got the orgy going on over here. Everybody no mask. I don't know.
But see, that's my issue. Like, you had people who had a block party. You brought the man on to say, don't follow my lead, don't be stupid. But where was his penalty? Like, I don't understand. Like, bringing him on only aggravated me. Because, again, it's your leadership. You're sitting here telling people to do stuff and nobody's paying attention. You're not putting your foot down. You see what I'm saying? And then you're going to sit here and talk about, oh, well, you have to have masks. Well, you have a lot of people who didn't know where they were getting their mask from, right?
True.
That's during the time that people showed you how to make a mask, but you're assuming everybody can do that.
Or has the materials to do that.
Or has the materials to do it. So my whole thing was, before you open your mouth and tell people, oh, what you expect them to do, why don't you also say what you have in place? Now, you could say, I want everybody to wear masks starting now. There is no wait till Friday, 2 days later. It's now. These are where you can get your mask from. Right. You know, have it in place so that people know where to go. And then also for the ones that may not be able to get out of their homes because they're elderly and people aren't coming to see them because they're not allowed to all of a sudden, then you have your officers or whomever go to them and hand out the mask. It's that simple. Be organized.
I'm with you. Proactive.
Then be proactive. Then you have the nursing home situations. He admitted they dropped the ball on that. How the hell you drop the ball on that?
Hold on.
It's your whole town.
Hold on. I want to freeze something on there. Can he, the mayor, be responsible for the nursing home situations? And now, as far as them getting stuff, like, hey, we need an extra respirator or whatever, if they may have asked for, I'll give you that. But, like, hands down, he doesn't do the day-to-day running of that.
No, he does not do the day-to-day running of that.
I'm with you.
But he is responsible for everything in his city, which means that he should have his foot up everybody's behind in the city. He should know what is going on, period.
Okay.
He may not have control, like you have the prisons, but you should know what the heck is going on. Okay? So when you have a pandemic, the first thing, and then you heard weeks prior to that it started with the nursing homes in Seattle, I don't know, ding, 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 ding. Wouldn't that make you think, oh, let's check on your nursing homes in Newark and see what's going on? You're going to tell me that you just started removing bodies because y'all didn't know they were there. If you had started looking at that when you heard about what was going on in Seattle, you could have avoided that maybe.
Right.
You know? And then you could have said, you know, what is going on? Let's take a deeper look into what is happening here. And that's it. You could boast to say that you got refrigerators and all this other stuff and that y'all took action, but you could have taken action weeks ago. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, here you are, you know, you're the mayor, I give it to you. But again, you're telling people you want them to be still. People are telling you time and time again, there's too many people hanging out. You're sitting here telling me, oh, well, you're tired of seeing people hanging out on the sidewalks and at the bodegas and stuff like that. Okay, well, put your foot down. Don't you have all these cops going back and forth? I sat there and I tweeted to you and I told you, during school hours, for these kids that are remote, there's no reason why the cops should be blasting their sirens because it's a distraction.
Okay.
The kids are remote learning. You still let that happen. I don't understand. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
What was the point of the sirens, though?
Thank you. You let me know.
I'm asking. Like, did
no
they
idea.
ever say?
I have no idea.
I'm like,
you have cops 5 at a time in a row blasting their sirens, making all this noise. The kids are doing the remote learning. Okay, that's unnecessary. You're the mayor. You know this. You know that the kids are doing remote learning. You're a father. So in your mind, you should be like, hold up. Before we implement this, we're going to have to do it in the afternoon. Let me find out from the public schools. Let me find out from the charter schools when their lessons are over. So that way, I can, even the private schools, when their lessons are over, that way we can continue as normal with the sirens and everything. Then you're blasting something in another language. I don't know what it is. Okay? Then you tell us to download or to subscribe to a text message. Well, what is the text message for? You're giving us COVID-19 alerts? I only get them every so often. So who you got running this account? See, that's the other thing. He got a whole office of people who do nothing. Like, I don't understand. If you have text message alerts, then I should be getting alerts on a regular basis reminding me, wear your mask, do this. If you see something, say something, call this number, blah, 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 blah. You're handing out gift cards, but people saying they can't get through the number for the gift cards. Oh, just keep calling. No, figure out why it's not a smooth operation.
Right. Right.
Figure that out. Don't just because you know your office is ghetto. I'm sorry. We could tell you that when we call the office and it's a ghetto chick answering the phone, it's a ghetto operation. But I know you got to employ your friends. It is what it is. So, I mean, scorecard, I'm going to give him a C. Y'all can sit here and say, oh, the mayor is doing a great job and he's doing this and he's doing that. No. What are you talking about? You still complaining about the same stuff that he has yet to fix. You have all these cops. Didn't you just bring on more cops? So where they at?
Well, the fact of the matter is you got to understand the cop union is one of the strongest unions in the world. And these cops don't want to touch nobody under any circumstances. So there's only but so much you could get these cops to do right now. Just the fact that they're still willing to put a uniform on and sit in the car and drive around. I mean, I saw a dude do 100 past a cop the other day, and it was funny as shit because they're not pulling nobody over. You literally got to be killing somebody for a cop to do something.
If I was the mayor, what I would have done was to make sure that my first responders, which include my cops, and those that are essential employees, had all the necessary items that they needed to do their job. Okay? Meaning they had the protective gear. They had everything because they're going to be out there. Then I would have instructed, this is what we're doing. I don't want nobody on the streets, period. Okay? I'm going to make sure I have everybody protected, and this is what we're going to do. Now, it could be as simple as you standing on the corner and you ring, ring, ring. That's it. Get you a truck. You ain't got to touch nobody. Line their asses up. Everybody goes to jail. You just quarantine in jail for 2 weeks. What you want me to do?
Well,
yeah, that
this is the problem. Yeah, this is the problem with the jail. Then jail is too close. And remember, they let a lot of people out of jail just because of this stuff.
Ask this question: how your people in jail come out with coronavirus?
You ain't got to ask. I deal with it at my job. I'm sitting there like, why the f did you let this dude out? You were right. They sent out people. Did you hear the story of the person who got let out and then committed murder?
Well, we knew that was going to happen. I mean, he wanted to be the first. We already knew that.
Yeah. I was like, why? And it was in Florida, too. But either which way. It was either.
So, again, we said earlier, anybody on a ticket from Florida, just say no. It's okay, boo-boo. We good.
Florida anyway,
yeah.
We good.
But to go back to your report card, it's the presentation. What did I just tell you? On TV, your mayor is looking sparkly and shiny. But you're right. But you're right. In the reality, yo, homie, you never fixed the lead 100%. What's up? You never finished this. You never finished that. I understand everything piles up. And like you said, his administration, the whole thing, it's ghetto. In your words, you're right. You're still doing lead pipe replacements, and then you want to keep going back and forth with people. Well, that don't hold
and you want to sit here and defend yourself, but at the end of the day, stop defending yourself and just be a man of action. Okay? Just, you know what would make people feel better?
He never was.
Be a person who just says, you know what, we screwed up. We told you one thing and it wasn't out. We had the wrong information. We screwed up. Now we're trying to fix it. So basically, this is what we're doing. We're fixing our pipes.
We know
and the conversation. You have people from the Newark Water Coalition trying to talk to you, still been trying to talk to you, and you ignoring them. So are you about all of Newark? No, you only about the people that you care about,
right?
Which is your folks. Now you got the public school, but what about your charter schools? You have kids who are in charter schools. You like damn to hell if you go to a public. Damn to hell if you don't. Like, I don't understand. So you can sit there and kiss his ass all day long. Okay, right. But again, be about action. I'm tired of hearing the same people say the same things about, oh, well, we got this crowd over here. We got that crowd over here. I see your cops going back and forth, right? But because the people know you're not going to do anything, that's when you got to become creative and make other arrangements. Okay. So when you had that whole block party, guess what? They were supposed to stay right where the fuck they were, pardon my French, and quarantine right where they were at. Just like when the people went to the beach, right? They would have had to stay at the beach for 2 weeks. Y'all want the beach so much, you got the beach for 2 weeks. I would have posted cops right there. I really don't give a crap.
Now, you know you really can't do that. In reality.
You know what? As mayor, I would have done it, and I don't care. Say what you want, but you knew you wasn't supposed to go out there. Now, everybody pitch a tent, live your life for 2 weeks. Let me know how you feel.
Now, I'm with you, but this is why the state started coming up with, we're going to give fines. So whenever everything is said and done, hit a court, you owe $500 or you owe
I'm
whatever
sorry,
it
you're
is.
giving fines to who? Didn't New York
people
say
who
that
broke
they were going to give out
quarantine.
fines, and then what happened? Okay, then you had a parade of first responders clapping other first responders, healthcare workers. Nobody was 6 feet apart. Half of the people wasn't wearing masks, so I'm confused. Who are you fining? Regular folks?
Yeah.
You want to give a
Yeah.
fine to a married couple because they were walking hand in hand, sitting together in the park, and they weren't 6 feet. They lived together. They
Exactly.
walked out together.
Exactly.
They go back in house together. They've been in the house this whole time. So clearly, are they asymptomatic? No, I'm willing to bet that they're not, and they don't have the virus, so they're good. Can they come out and get some fresh air? Yes, like you can go out and get fresh air. You can go out and get fresh air.
Jews to do their prayers.
Oh, now that's the thing that's going on in Teaneck.
500 people all in, and that's why Teaneck is in the situation.
That's what's going on in Teaneck. That's where it gets bad. They all congregating in parks, looking like I don't even know, whatever.
Okay, and I mean, y'all afraid to handle Teaneck?
Oh yeah, they're scared of the Jews.
Well, the Jews have most of the money in Teaneck.
Okay, that ain't got nothing to do with public health. Okay, you can have all the money in the world, but you were told one thing, to stay in the house.
They're not worried about public health. They're worried about the economy and finance. That's what they worried about.
I'm sorry, but public health trumps your finances at this
I'm with
point.
you all day.
So if the rest of us sitting in the house, but you guys sit here, and this is why you can't get people to follow the rules. Just like in North. You can't tell people to stay in the house, but then you got your trainer out here doing whatever he wants. I even said, I can't tell if we're supposed to be in the house or not because my block was so busy, I was confused. Are we in the house or not in the house?
Yeah.
Just let me know.
I get you, man.
All right, that's it for our show. I appreciate you for watching. This is Butterfly Blackout. Until next time, I need some more beer. Cheers.